My experiences of love, and any person who's ever loved anything and devoted themselves, doesn't matter if it's a small thing. Let's say you love jiu-jitsu. Here's what you're going to quickly realize. Or you love music or guitar. It can be as specified and as geeky as you want. It's irrelevant. You're going to realize how inadequate you are as a lover of whatever that is. In other words, the thing that you love is so much greater than you. And what love is going to ask you, that you devote yourself to it, to the point that there is nothing of you left, and all there is the thing you love. So everybody is so self-centered and are unable to devote themselves or love anything, because love is going to kill you. It's going to birth you, but in a way it's going to be the end of the idea of yourself. And your average person is unable to handle love, even if it's a small love in a small universe of, let's say, I play guitar. It will awaken so much in you. And you don't know how to manage your energies and how to manage yourself. So let's say I want to play guitar and I love guitar. Let's pretend we're like guitar, like the man is made of infinite number of components, and then we're just talking about guitar, okay? So let's just give you a proportion how petite it is. So let's say you love guitar and you want to devote yourself. So you realize now how complex it is. And then you're going to meet, even if it's via audios, masters of it, people who have devoted their entire lives, and you're going to realize how far you are from it. And then you're going to start working with people who are at your level. And then the competition starts. Who's better, who's more this, and then you have to learn how to navigate, you have to learn how to be a student, which you don't even know how, because you have a learning disability. Then you're going to need teachers. You don't know how to have teachers, you have a learning disability. You detest any person who's better than you, you're scared that they'll crush you. And we've covered this before, because this is our experience thus far. Our own fathers want to crush us. So we don't trust men, we don't trust teachers, we don't trust a paternal figure. We have a trauma with that. And so on and so forth. You have so much to learn about yourself, and this is just in a tiny little world of guitar. Now, what we're talking about is manhood, which literally connects you to nature or the creation. So it's infinitely greater science, to which you're going to devote yourself and give yourself to. So that's love. It's very intimidating. And that love that you have in you just grows. So if you work towards it, it grows and grows and grows and grows. And it pushes and shows you how limited you are as a lover. And how you're like you think you're devoted? No, you're not. You're not full. You're not, sorry, not in this case full. You're not total. You want me more? Be more total. That means you have to let go of more of yourself, more of your ideas, more of your ego, more of your limitations, which means your limitations have to become transformed into strength so that you can be more total as a lover of whatever it is that you love. So that's love. We can say it's the science of death. Well, not many people are willing to go through this, even in very specialized fields. Guitar, math, I don't care, whatever, pick something. Now we're talking about life, devoted to life. And the issue is also that we don't have, like I can see Jimi Hendrix. I listen to Jimi Hendrix. Let's put analyzing and judgment aside. This is a master of guitar, at least to a certain degree. Jimmy Page, I like Jimmy Page better, fuck Jimmy. They're both Jimmys, so it works. This guy's awesome. I can be in somewhat in relation to it, and I can relate to it to a certain degree. When we talk about bigger sciences, it's even less perceivable, especially that we don't have these role models anymore. Once upon a time you had it. It was the wise man or the wise woman in the tribe. Now this is gone. Your elders are sick and are on drugs. So it's not impressive. It doesn't impress on you. It doesn't inspire you. It really doesn't. It doesn't. See what I'm trying to say? So you don't have, you can't relate to it because it's so big and you've been shielded from life for so long that you don't even understand what that means. Then you got to watch a movie with Yoda in it, which is a character in CGI that kind of represents life, which is, look how far you are. This is a CGI character that's green in a movie, run and controlled by Disney. Let's put that aside. So because you can't relate to it anymore. So you need a movie that can exaggerate things like Doctor Strange and give you like, okay, that's what it looks like. It's not. None of it is real. But you have no relation to it anymore. Nobody around you knows about it anymore. So how do you get inspired by it? You can read holy books, but still it's a book and it's a story, and your mind is going to interpret it the way you want to interpret it according to how you've been influenced, your culture, and what movies you watch or didn't watch. So it's hard to relate to loving the game of life. This is why I always connect game of life. And when I say life, it means sex, sexuality, which is not you fucking a girl or you being fucked by a girl. It's the cosmic energies of the masculine principle and the feminine principle and how they dance. The game, the sport of fucking, that's life. It's something that doesn't make any sense anymore to us because its scale has become so grand and we live in such an isolated world that your world is your telephone. Do you realize that? Your world is your fucking telephone. Do you realize how non-existent it is? People used to complain that they lived in a village and they were bored in their village because it's the same 378 people, right? With the same 4 streets. Now you have the impression that you're connected to the world, but the reality is you're connected to this, nothing that exists, and it's a stupid telephone. Thank God Apple is kind and makes a bigger one. I don't know how they call it. Let's call it jumbo, the iPhone jumbo. Isn't that what they call it? iPhone Pro or something? Whatever the fuck it is, you know, the big one. The one you have to consider, should I get it? Because, you know. Anyways, all this to say, that's what love is. It's a science of it's not self-denial. It's giving yourself to something. And you can't give yourself to something that you're not of, right? A drop of water can give itself to the ocean or to the river because they're made of the same stuff. If water wants to give itself to the lake of oil, it'll create a separation because they're not made of the same material. So you can't fake it. That's what I mean. You can only give yourself to something that's what I am. This is just the bigger version of me. So it can truly accommodate me, and I can totally. Is the drop, when the drop merges in the ocean or the river, does it disappear? This is a big conversation subject to debate. I don't think so. It remains, yet it doesn't need an I-ness anymore. But it's still there. But in order for that merger to happen, they have to be of the same essence. So once again, most people have no idea who they are in order to even know what they're attracted to or what it is that they truly love. You want a thing the TV told you that you want, the TV tricked you to want because you're like a dog, Pavlov's dog that was conditioned to respond, and now you think that you want that, but this has nothing to do with you. It's not even made for you. And here you are thinking that that's what you love and you want to devote yourself to it in your fantasy because you're a moron. Like, people are lost, man. And then they play their like fucking Nintendo, their PlayStations, living a life that's not theirs, devoting themselves to a game that allows them to pretend that there's something that they're not. This is crazy. So one thing is for sure. Love is far along, it's gone. It's very far. Look, there's no love, okay? There's emotions, and emotions, as you know, fleet. They change. They change like the weather. One day you have this emotion that you call love, and the next day you have another emotion that love is gone. Oops, now I loved you, now I don't love you, I love her, now I love that, right? And nobody has a genuine sense of what it is. Yet this is what everybody wants. But fortunately for us, TV and artists have created worlds where we can drench ourselves in an emotional love, which has nothing to do with love, and that's fleeting also. That gives us an idea of what we should want, and now we try to chase that like dogs because we're idiots. That's what I mean. We don't have a sense of something else. We only know what has been presented to us. And once in a while, it's nice to have a conversation that just allows us to rethink and reconsider things because at the essence, we know this. You know that what it is, this is not love. I remember when I was with my first girl and she said the words, "I love you." I'm like, this isn't touching me. I ain't feeling this. I remember very vividly we were in a cinema. At like 2 p.m. Skipped class, went to the cinema, and she was like this on her seat, because I guess we were too much in the front. And she like looked at me and she created a nice sentence that men wish they would have. And I remember receiving it and be like, what the fuck is this? It's like somebody gives you a hot potato. What the fuck what do I do with this shit? I threw it back, right? That's what I. Okay, I guess we're in love now. So that's the new game we're at now. We're in love now. So let's play that for a minute. Oh, I detested every second of it, except her ass though. But anyways, blah blah blah.